The USS Ronald Reagan visited Santa Barbara in May of 2014, and the Santa Barbara Navy League coordinated many of the activities for officers and the crew while in Santa Barbara, as well as visits to the ship. A group of DVs, which in Navy speak means distinguished visitors, were invited to fly out by helicopters to land on the USS Reagan as she made her journey from San Diego to Santa Barbara. The ship was commissioned in July 2003, making it the 9th Nimitz-class nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. She was named after the 40th U.S. President and carries the motto of Peace Through Strength, a recurrent theme during the Reagan presidency.
Sir, welcome aboard. How are you doing? Great. Good to have you aboard our flagship. Right this way.
And it's an honor to have you all out here. We're going to spend a few days with you, if that's all right. All right, you're going to spend one night here.
A few hours.
And then I'm going to spend, whose house am I sleeping at on tomorrow night? We're going to swap out.
The Red Room on board was designed by Nancy Reagan and reflects the original Red Room at the White House.
This is going to be a long 24-hour period. We're going to run you along tonight. We're going to get you up early tomorrow morning. You're going to have some great spots today. Besides dining with the Chief of Staff over at the Flag Mess, one of the best parts is breakfast tomorrow morning, because they're going to take you down to the Chief's Mess. You're going to actually eat with the real people that run the ship. I've been on board 2 years and they've not let me down in that space, so I have no idea what it looks like. So I take some photos to let me know. It's that's our corporate knowledge for the entire ship. So it's a great group of people you're going to be eating with tomorrow morning.
Briefing for the DVs are first for safety on board.
On the vicinity of elevator 3, there's a red and white line here. That red and white line goes from basically the ship up to heaven.
The ship was christened in Newport News, Virginia by Nancy Reagan on March 4, 2001. The first journey was to her home port of San Diego on May 27, 2004. The ship, when fully operational, carries about 5,500 crew members, of which about half are her air wing. The air wing includes various types of helicopters, FA-18 Hornets, and Cobb propeller aircraft. 4 steel cables are stretched across the deck. The tailhook, extended from the belly of the aircraft, catches the cable, bringing a 150-mile-an-hour plane to a stop in about 320 feet. The USS Ronald Reagan is capable of 30 knots or more and provides a myriad of combat options. Her range is virtually unlimited because of the nuclear power, only needing food and aircraft fuel while at sea. Cato bar, or catapult-assisted takeoff system, uses a steam catapult which provides both power and control.
So what happens when that 10,000 psi goes through? The ram actually displaces all of the fluid in the main engine cylinder through the rest of our system. So what happens is, believe it or not, it's a 50-foot piece of equipment. But what stops the aircraft is this, right here. It's called the crosslink.
We have a saying in the Navy, much like everywhere else, what comes around goes around. So if you get a good deal someplace, you're probably going to get a bad deal in the next place.
Food on board was surprisingly good, from a healthy mixed green salad, Dijon chicken, and asparagus with rice, to cheesecake with raspberry coulis.
So how's that room? Oh, you got the suite.
Same.
You must have some pull on this boat.
Our room.
And
bad before. There were some loud noises this morning.
yeah, there were. But the bed wasn't bad. Pillow was okay.
I got no beats.
I just wish we could figure out how to turn off the water. Or take some of it with us back to Santa Barbara.
This is all beat down anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a little switch.
Alright guys, so again, good morning. This is one of our UNREP stations. UNREP stands for underway replenishment. When we're out to sea, we have to bring on fuel, not for the ship, but for our airplanes. Because our ships run on nuclear power, so we actually don't need any fuel to power this thing.
Comprehensive gym provided by the Navy League offers the crew a place to work out, although the dozens of stairs on the ship would be ample workout for most civilians. Good morning, Don. Good morning. How are you? Excellent. Anything one can imagine, from eggs, bacon, and hash browns to cereals, fresh fruits, waffles, and pancakes.
Sailors go hang out in the Internet Cafe. So my hat's off to them. And then, of course, the safety department, they're my eyes and ears out there as we look around the ship, making sure everything we do is safe, both here on the ship, on board, as well as off duty. So my hat's off to them.
A morning stroll on the 1,000-foot flight deck gives one a sense of how vast the ship really is. It's also a chance to see the teamwork, which is so ingrained into the spirit of the crew. Approaching Santa Barbara, the crew stood at attention in dress whites, and the Coast Guard ships escorted the Reagan into an anchorage off of Stearns Wharf. The ship has a close connection to Santa Barbara through the Navy League and President Reagan. His legacy can be seen both afloat and ashore.
In President Reagan's life. So we've got his early days when he was in Illinois, one of his first film roles, governor, president, and some of his speeches and some of the great work that he did. That he's written to President Brezhnev on the backside of this wall, and they're amazed at his perfect penmanship. Not one mistake, not one line out, he just wrote from the heart.